Zoom in a little bit. We're a little too far zoomed out. That's probably my fault. All right, we're back. Thanks for staying patient with us here as internet comes and goes up here in Prentice, as it turns out.
Hawks.
But we're back. Thanks for staying patient and keeping up with us. We'll get our scoreboard up to date here as Auburndale moving the ball.
That penalty is declined.
Here in the second quarter.
First down for the Apaches.
And 7:36 left to play here in the second. Weinfurter has his Apaches on the march again. As Weinfurter, again, he is under center, or I'm in shotgun. He's going to swing it out here to the slot receiver, and that is Hoffman. Hoffman near the end zone, and he's going to be marked down right at the 1 yard line. Hoffman twisted down from behind, and as he fell out of bounds, the ball came out, but he was out of bounds as the ball came out, and it's going to be a first and goal for Auburndale. So first and goal for Auburndale as the ball is punched in. Peterson connects with the touchdown for Auburndale. And it's the Apaches now up 27-0. 6:51 here, still to play in the first quarter. Nice pass by Weinfurter on the play before to hit Hoffman, bring the Apaches down inside the 1 yard line. An easy punch in for Peterson. And now the extra point by Hunter Wright is up and good. And Auburndale now 28-0. 6:51 here yet to play before halftime. As the Apaches continue to score here. And again, a win by Auburndale tonight puts them in the 2019 WIAA playoffs, and I happen to think a win puts them as the 4 seed. They will host a playoff game, and we talked to Coach Jay Anderson in the preseason, and we talked about goals for the season. He told us there is no doubt about it, a home game in the playoffs is our goal this year. He said, he spoke candidly, and you can go back and watch it. He said, we're realistic. We know we're not going to win the conference. Edgar is Edgar, Stratford is Stratford. We know that's not possible. I want to be realistic with my kids, so our goal is to host a home playoff game. A win tonight, I believe, does it. After All Incorporated is your choice for agricultural waste, handling, holding, and septic tank pumping, along with portable restroom rentals. After All has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1995 and is a great place to begin your next career with driving opportunities waiting for you now. Call After All at 715-569-3868 and visit After All on Facebook. After All is proud to support local schools, students, and athletes. And again, thanks to After All and Dorshorst Wood Recycling coming on here for this special presentation of Auburndale football this week. And we've got more Auburndale sponsors coming up here in the broadcast. We thank each and every one of them and everybody else on the broadcast here as we wind up the 2019 season. We'll see if we can get our camera a little more level for you. There we go. As Kaiser back to pass under pressure, and he's going to be brought down. It was a sack on the play.
Kaiser sacked on the play.
And the tackle is going to be Paul Colross.
By number 60,
and Austin Lowe are going to be credited with the sack as Peterson and Lowe combine to sack Kaiser. And it's a loss of 9 on the play. 2nd and 19 upcoming now for the Hawks. So 2nd and 19, Kaiser in the pistol again, calls, and it's a handoff coming to Austin Dobson, and Dobson is going to lose yards on his attempt.
Stopped by number 10, Skylar.
And that was Skylar Gilhausen, again the 5'9", 165-pound junior, making sure to set the edge on the outside from his linebacker position, and Gilhausen came up and stopped the run in its tracks. It's going to be 3rd and 23 upcoming for the Hawks, 5:30 and counting here before halftime. Again, Greenwood in a win and in scenario. They trail at Thorpe 6-0. That game is just through the first quarter. You can watch that game at ZaleskiSports.com. Kaiser with a pass here to the outside, and the pass is dropped. He was hit on the play. It was Fletcher Rabb who came in and broke up the pass as the pass was attempted to number 83, Isaiah Nelson. But Rabb came in at the end and made sure to make contact and pop that ball loose. That would have been good for a first down had Nelson been able to haul that in. Again, the Hawks now throwing with the wind, so it made that look a little bit easier than maybe it was. But Rabb again made sure that pass was not going to be complete. Rabb now comes back here to return this punt, and the wind is going to hold it up just a little bit and blow it right to the Auburndale sideline. And the Apaches are going to have good starting field position right after this commercial break. It is 4:58 left to go before halftime. Auburndale 28, Rib Lake Prentice nothing. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Hand off to Peterson, and he runs straight ahead. It's a sprint right off the guard tackle gap on the right-hand side, and it's a 10-yard run for Peterson.
Gain of 10 on the play. 1st and 10 Apaches.
So 1st and 10 now as we go 28-yard line, maybe right on the 30 for Auburndale. At the 30-yard line of Rib Lake Prentice. Weinfurter again hands to Peterson. Got a lead block that time, and I'll tell you, it was quite a block there from Austin Lowe, as Lowe plowed his guy in front of him, made room for Peterson, and another big run for Kyle Peterson.
Gain of 9 on the play makes it 2nd and 1.
It's a run of 8, 2nd and 2 here. As Weinfurter now with Peterson to his right. And some movement up front. That wasn't called. Weinfurter rolls to his right, comes back. He's got one open, and he ran into the back judge. Did Fletcher Rabb. Rabb ran into the back judge as he was standing in the end zone. It would have been an Auburndale touchdown if not for the collision there in the end zone. It was a nice pass from Weinfurter. But unfortunately, Rabb and the back judge collided, and the pass falls incomplete. Rabb now throws his hand warmer off to the side as he's lined up wide left. Weinfurter again. And the give to Peterson. Peterson jump cut back inside, and he's going to be brought down on the play by number 9, Josh Jast. And that'll bring up it is actually a first down. So he did get just enough. Needed a yard and really a strong 2, and got 2 in about a foot. And it's a first down with 3:40 to play here before halftime in Prentice. And again, the wind continues to kick up here. And I don't think we're going to be able to shake the wind today, Kobe. This is going to be a wind game the whole way through. As Weinfurter checks to the sideline and gets maybe a new play or just clarification on the play. Back judge hasn't started his countdown yet, and Weinfurter will get the play off in time. And the give is to Peterson. Peterson brought down from behind. That was a nice tackle there by Austin Dobson. After a gain of
about
4.
On the play makes it 2nd and 6.
And again, for the Hawks, anything under 5 yards is a good stop, as they've had trouble with 28-0 on the scoreboard, had trouble slowing down the Apaches here this evening. Apaches also been gifted good field position, though, all day. And it's going to be a run around the outside, and it's another Auburndale Apache touchdown. Hunter Wright with the touchdown. And Auburndale will go up here big in the quarter as we've got our equipment we're trying to get a good signal here with our internet device up on the roof, but she took a dive. We'll see if we can keep our signal up here for you. Again, it's been a challenge up here in Prentice, but we're doing everything we can to make sure this broadcast stays live for you with the wind and the remoteness of the area here.
Wright's kick is up.
Hunter Wright, the kick is up and good. And with 2:42 left to go here before halftime, it is Auburndale 35, Rib Lake Prentice nothing. Quality window film, all you. We lost her. Here it comes. A little bit. 2:42 left here to play before halftime. 35-0. It's been all the Auburndale here this evening from Prentice. Again, Auburndale, the benefactor of good field position here during this game as well. So taking advantage of that are the Apaches. Again, they are 2-2, need one more win to guarantee themselves a spot in a playoff. The playoffs start 1 week from today. I believe with a win here, Auburndale not only guarantees themselves a spot in the playoffs, but they will give themselves a home game, which was the goal of this team. As I sat down with Coach Jay Anderson back on about August 19th, which at this point seems like a long time ago, but that was Coach Anderson's goal for his Apaches here this year, and they are well on their way to accomplishing that goal with a 35-0 lead here in Prentice. Late Apache coming on the field, Jason Wilcox, 5'11", 195-pound senior, comes in, and he will move to a linebacker here on the near side, does Wilcox. One in motion for Kaiser, it's Gums. Gums gets the handoff and brought down by Wilcox. So nice job for Jason Wilcox to get on the field and gets the tackle right away as the run came to the far side, but he was able to knife through the offensive line of the Hawks and get in on the tackle.
51 in your program.
So about 2 minutes, as we come close to 2 minutes left to play here in the quarter. And again, the wind just relentless here in Prentice. I don't know if it's the windiest game I've ever been a part of, but it's close. And that was a busted play. Ball on the ground, picked up by Colross. Colross headed to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Apaches on the defensive score. Kaiser, it was a busted play for the Hawks as he turned left with the handoff. No running back there. Turned back to his right. He was hit as he turned, and the ball popped out. Colross gets the defensive touchdown, and the Apaches are north of 40 here in the first half. What a job by the Auburndale defense there, but again, it was a play gone awry for the Hawks that led to that scenario. Right on for the extra point, and that was a slow progressing extra point, nearly blocked, but the kick is up and good. It is 42-0 Auburndale. 1:50 left before half. We'll be back in a moment.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
You've finally found the home of your dreams.
All right, back here in Prentice, it is 42-0 off the pole. Colross defensive touchdown. It was a scoop and score for Colross as he ran about 20 yards. Again, no markings here on the field. It's tough to find exactly what yard line anything is on here, but it was about a 20-yard defensive touchdown there for Colross. And this ball bouncing, and it finally rolls out of bounds. That was close to being picked up by Terrence Cottrell Robertson. Cottrell Robertson was bearing down on that ball. If it would have stayed in bounds a moment longer, he may have had a chance to recover, and that would have been Auburndale ball had it stayed in bounds and a Cottrell Robertson recovery. But as it is, it goes out of bounds, and the Hawks will start on their own 40-yard line, as that is considered an illegal procedure on the kick.
And the Hawks elect to take the ball on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Hawks.
And Wisconsin Rapids now starting to pull away from Wausau West 26-0 with just a couple minutes left here in the half, and it looks like Wisconsin Rapids may also punch their ticket for the 2019 playoffs here tonight.
Geyser Falls on
Auburndale again well on their way as they lead 42-0 here. Another play gone awry for the Hawks as Kaiser had to just fall on that one. Our last score update from Thorpe, it was Thorpe 6, Greenwood 0. Greenwood, their last year in 11-man football, looking to make the playoffs in 2019. They're down, though, by 6. A win for Greenwood, and they are in. 1:15 left before halftime. Kaiser rolls back to pass, throws the outside to Gums, and that pass was nearly picked off. That was a diving attempt there by Hunter Goddard as he dove for the interception. But it's going to be a 3rd and 15 with 1:07 left before halftime. Auburndale may get the ball one more time here as they've got what I believe to be 2 timeouts left. And a stop here would force a Hawks punt, and Auburndale would be in business yet again here in the first half. Kaiser is going to hand off to Severson. Severson met in the backfield right away as he was brought down by Connor Brandel. Brandel, 5'11", 155-pound freshman for the Apaches. And the clock continues to roll here. Coach Anderson not pulling the trigger on a timeout. And perhaps Coach believes he's got enough here to take him through the end of the game. Doesn't need an extra possession in the first half, as he's going to let this clock run. And it's actually going to end up being a Hawks timeout here, I believe, as we've got some discussion here on the sideline. Not familiar with all the coaches here, but Coach Knack and Coach Campbell, either one there, going to have to make a decision here on a timeout. And a whistle in the side judge's mouth, and as the back judge has his countdown, the timeout is finally called. And the Hawks call the timeout with 11.7 seconds left here. As we'll keep it here, and we'll thank our season-long sponsor, Little Sprouts Learning Garden. Little Sprouts, spots open right now for your little pints and your little tykes and half pints. And if you want to know about Little Sprouts, I'll tell you right now, go out to Facebook and look up Little Sprouts Learning Garden of Auburndale and read the joke that they've got out on the page right now. It's a pretty good one about a jelly bean. But you can take your little tykes, half pints, jelly beans, whatever you need out to Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale. Fantastic facility, great group of people. My friend Brooke and the rest of the gang there just doing an outstanding job making sure that today's youth is ready for everything that's going to come at them for the rest of their life, including grade school. Usually the next step after you're done with Little Sprouts, you'll stay right there in the elementary school in Auburndale and head on out and become a full-fledged Apache, probably. So thanks to Little Sprouts for making sure that high school sports are live and free here on the Zaleski Sports broadcast network. Nice punt return down the far side of the field. We'll get a number here for you. And that was Terrence Cottrell Robertson down the far side. And as he makes that return, that brings us to halftime here in Prentice. And our halftime score is Auburndale 42, Rib Lake Prentice We'll make sure to tell you that today's halftime show sponsored by Nuts Deep Bar and Grill, Nuts Deep in downtown Spencer and 2 locations in Marshfield, including ND2 Express Grab and Go located next to Baltus on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Nuts Deep is open late after today's game. And again, it's been all Auburndale here in half number 1. At Auburndale with the advantage on field position, many times starting in Hawk territory, many times starting deep in Hawks territory. And Auburndale taking advantage of those, also taking advantage of the defensive score, which was right at the end of the second quarter. It was a Paul Colross 20-some yard scoop and score for the touchdown. And it's been all Auburndale here again from Prentice, 42-0, as we are now in halftime. Today's halftime show sponsored by Nuts Deep Bar and Grill, Nuts Deep in downtown Spencer and 2 locations in Marshfield, including ND2 Express Grab and Go, located next to Baltus on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Nuts Deep is open late after this game. We will let you enjoy the halftime entertainment here. We're going to step inside the press box and get warmed up a little bit, and we'll come right back out. We've got about 15 minutes here before the start of the third quarter. We've got other games on the Zaleski Sports Network right now. Go to ZaleskiSports.com. And you can watch Wausau West, Wisconsin Rapids, and Greenwood Thorpe. Enjoy the halftime show.
Nice job, cheerleaders. And now it is time for the 50-50 drawing. So find your blue ticket there in and all amongst all the layers that you have. We'll give you just a minute to find it. Tonight's jackpot is $55. $55, and here is the winning ticket number. Number 364533. 364533, the winning ticket tonight. If you have that ticket, please come to the bottom of the press box here and collect your prize. Thank you to all who participated. We appreciate your support of Hawk football.
All right, again, hello from Prentice, Wisconsin, as we are less than a minute left here before we start quarter number 3, and our halftime score, Auburndale 42, Rib Lake Prentice nothing. And we'll see what Coach Anderson and the gang choose to do here. Again, they could have pulled the trigger on a timeout with about a minute left before half, didn't. And the only assumption you can make there is Coach Anderson was comfortable at that point with 42-0, and decided to let this ride on out. We'll have a running clock now as we play here to start quarter number 3, and the clock will stay running as long as the margin is 35 points and over, which it is now.
Number 11.
That'll shorten this game up considerably. Should it stay that way, and again, if it does stay that way, it is the Auburndale Apaches in the playoffs again here in 2019. It is a win in for Auburndale here tonight, and 42-0 and a running clock. And they look to be almost assured of that playoff spot here in 2019 as the kick taken by Caden Hoffman. Hoffman down the sideline, and Hoffman will return to the kickoff for a touchdown here for the Apaches as we start quarter number 3. Hoffman takes the kickoff back for the touchdown. What a run there by Hoffman as he sails down the sideline into the end zone for the score. And just like that, 13 seconds into the third quarter, 48-0 Auburndale. So just as I was talking about Coach Anderson perhaps wondering if 42-0 was going to be enough, Caden Hoffman makes sure it's at least 48-0. Hunter Wright now on for the point after attempt, and the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good, and it is 49-0 Auburndale. Again, just a few seconds here into the third quarter. We're going to step aside, and we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back for the Auburndale kickoff. Auburndale 49, Rib Lake Prentice 0.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number 1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
New kicker for Auburndale, number 21, Alex Wilford.
So Alex Wilford in for the kickoff here, and we'll get ourselves situated here so we can see all of it. Again, with 11:47 here in the third, the clock will start now with the touch of the ball. And a nice kick return underway here for number 7, Sam Gums, as he was hauled down from on top as number 21, Alex Wilford, jumped on top of him and then finally did bring him down out of bounds. And again, our clock will start now and run
over on their own 39-yard line.
Essentially continuously from now through the end of the game. And running play there by Severson. He'll be bottled up, and it looks like no gain on the play.
Several Apaches in on the tackle, including number 70, Thomas Lowe.
Back to passes. Kaiser's got a man up here, and we're going to see, nope, they're going to say incomplete. The umpire there in the middle of the field made sure to signal that incomplete as Trayton Weber was on the coverage of Sam Gums. So it's a 3rd and 10 now for the Hawks. As Severson comes off, Dobson in at running back for him. So 9:40 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Kaiser puts Gums in motion, and the pitch comes out to him. It's a sprint around the corner, and he'll be brought down by a few Apaches on the outside. Wilcox in on the stop for Auburndale.
Gums takes the pitch.
Gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to be a 4th and 8 upcoming. And we'll see if the Hawks keep the offense here on the field, as I believe they're .42. They're on their own 42-yard line, but the offense stays on the field here for the Hawks. Offensive formation, Kaiser with Dobson behind him. One receiver split out to the left. Gums in motion, comes around Kaiser, fake pitch to him, rolls out to his right. Kaiser looking, being chased from behind. It was a hand on Kaiser by Jonathan Conrad, and then finally, or I'm sorry, get the right call here. Seth Lowe.
Short gain on the play, not enough for the first down, and Auburndale will take over on downs.
And then finally brought down by Trayton Weber. And it's a turnover on downs, and Auburndale with a 1st and 10 from midfield. At last check, Greenwood Thorpe were knotted up at 6 at halftime. And again, Greenwood wins. They're in the playoffs, their last year of 11-man football. They moved to 8-man in 2020. So what a way to send off their 11-man squad, but with a trip to the playoffs in 2019. You can watch on ZaleskiSports.com. Find out right along with everybody else as Cottrell Roberson runs up ahead for about 3. It's going to be a 2nd and 7 now for Auburndale.
The play makes it 2nd and 8.
The Auburndale bleachers from the other side shouts out, "Do it again." So call-in plays from the bleachers are the Auburndale folks. And listen, that was a hour and a half, 40-minute drive the folks from Auburndale made up here. So I guess maybe they could call one play. I mean, by the time it's all said and done, it'll be 3+ hours of driving. Maybe let them call just one. But they did it again. It was a run again, so that was their one play they got the call from the bleachers. Now that's over, as the Robertson run goes for maybe just a few inches. It's 3rd and 7 coming up for Auburndale. As the Auburndale lineup now reserves aplenty in white out here in the second half. Again, 49-0 running clock. Schuyler Gilhausen, quarterback for Auburndale here in the second half. And Gilhausen will take it himself, and it's going to be a 1st down for Gilhausen. And a lot more. It's a run of almost 20 yards on 3rd and 7 for Gilhausen. Had a couple nice blocks from his offensive line out there. I saw one in particular that I was impressed with. That was number 55, Jesse Fowler. Fowler really cleared the way for Gilhausen on that play. Gilhausen along with number 60, Austin Lowe. And those two easy to see as taller, on the taller side, those two for sure. Robertson with the carry. Robertson to the outside, gets the corner, and he's in for the touchdown. Terrence Cottrell Robertson. Big touchdown run for Robertson. 28-yard touchdown run for Cottrell Robertson, and the Apaches are over 50 here on the game. Clock stops momentarily at 5:47. As right again with the extra point, and it is up and good. So after the Cottrell Robertson touchdown, it is Auburndale 56, Rib Lake Prentice nothing.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Dorshorst Wood Recycling of Auburndale is Wisconsin's leading supplier of landscape mulch, animal bedding, boiler fuel, and more. Dorshorst Animal Bedding is premium quality and free of rocks and large pieces and is ideal for your young stock and horses. Dorshorst Wood Recycling is a proud member of the Auburndale community and supports all Apache athletics. Visit Dorshorst on Old Highway 10 in Auburndale and online at dorshorsttrucking.com. Kickoff by the Apaches is returned by the Hawks and up near the 40-yard line. And that's where the Hawks will take over, 5:30 and counting.
72, Nicholas Dupee.
5:30 and counting here in the third quarter. 5'11" senior Nicholas Dupee credited with the tackle on the kick coverage unit. Again, 5'11", 170-pound senior Dupee. Hawks with their original 11 on the field. Kaiser with Severson behind him, and again the wind is just howling here in Prentice. They give to Severson, and Wilcox is going to bring him down. Wilcox may have ripped the ball out. He did rip the ball out, but the whistles had already blown. Otherwise, it would have been a forced fumble for Jason Wilcox.
Cody Peschel. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Wilcox and Cody Peschel sharing game notes there. The two linebackers talking it up after the tackle was made there. Kaiser again calls out the signals, calls for the ball, and it's a pitch outside and cuts back in and finally brought down as the run made there
Jast with the carry
by Jast.
Brought down by number 56.
No gain
Cody
on the
Peschel.
play as Peschel stopped him in his tracks right at the line of scrimmage. And it's a 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Hawks. Clock winds under 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Kaiser looks to his left, and it's going to be a false start on the outside there as
Flag on
that
the
was
play.
number 81 Ryan Bergman attempting to get a head start on the play, and that'll back up the Hawks 5 yards, and we'll play third down again with a 3rd and 15 for Rib Lake Prentice. Again, the wind now essentially at hurricane force from east to west. You don't get many hurricanes in Prentice, but we're near one here tonight. Holy man. Maybe the first one ever in recorded history, but we get to experience it. We're making history here in Prentice tonight. And that run is bottled up. It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the run by Jast, as they unpile Timothy Schmidt, the 5'8", 155-pound freshman for the Apaches, in on the stop. So a 4th and about 20. Now they're going to call it 4th and 17, but 4th and a long ways for the Hawks. And Kaiser is into punt, and we've got a last-minute substitution here, and then some other fluctuations around the offensive line on the punt team for the Hawks, but they finally get settled. Kaiser call for it, and we'll unleash the punt. And Robertson touched it, and on the touch, the Hawks are going to recover. We heard from the Auburndale sideline somebody saying, get it, get it, get it. I'm not sure why that would have been said, because that ball was rolling in the direction of that Auburndale wanted. It was rolling forward, and if anything, it's get away, get away, get away. But the Auburndale bench was yelling, get it, get it, get it. So Robertson bent down to touch it, and as he did, he was hit. And on the touch, that ball is now live, up for grabs, and the Hawks fall on it. And the Hawks are in business in Auburndale territory. They're on the Auburndale 40, around the 47-yard line.
5, Michael Borgard.
A new quarterback in for Rib Lake Prentice. That's number 5, Michael Borgart. He's a freshman here for the Hawks. It's 40 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. One in motion for Borgart. He hands off to Severson, and Severson is brought down on the play, and he's brought down by Connor Brandel. Brandel on the tackle. It's a little more than 2, about 2.5 for Severson. We'll see if the Hawks get another playoff here in the third quarter as the clock winds down to 15 seconds. And rolling fast here. Again, we're a running clock probably for the rest of the game, and the Hawks will not run another play, so we will end the third quarter as our score remains Auburndale 56, Rib Lake Prentice nothing.
We have summer right around the corner. Are you looking to purchase that special toy? Bill's Service Center is your one-stop shop for everything that you need to enjoy your summer. We have a huge inventory of Polaris and Can-Am and ATVs and UTVs. We also have a huge selection of Ski-Doo if you're already planning for next winter. Whether you're looking for something brand new or used, come on down to Bill's Service Center, where we not only sell the equipment, but we fix it too.
Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. After All Incorporated is your choice for agriculture waste handling, holding and septic tank pumping, along with portable restroom rentals. After All has been serving central Wisconsin since 1995 and is a great place to begin your next career with driving opportunities waiting for you now. Call After All at 715-569-3868 and visit After All on Facebook. After All is proud to support local students, schools, and athletes. So on the 2nd and 8 play, run attempt for the Hawks, and that play went absolutely nowhere. That's going to bring up a 3rd now and 8, really almost a 3rd and 7, but third and strong 7 here for the Hawks as we take a look here at the Rib Lake Prentice bench, and a lot of guys being tapped on the hat saying you're coming in next. And may as well get everybody in here today, both sides too. And a lot of new numbers out in white for Auburndale as the rollout here by Borchert, and he's ripped down by number 44, Connor Brandel. Brandel on the sack, and it's a 4th and long for the Hawks. Again, Hawks got the ball after the muff punt by Robertson. They were in Auburndale territory momentarily, but after that loss, they are now back in their own territory, and it's a 4th and long with 10:50 left here in the game. Borchert on the delay, and that handoff to number 32, Ty Heikkinen.
On the ball carry.
And a gain of a couple. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Auburndale back with the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Apaches.
Several Apaches in on the stop, including number 70, Thomas Lowe, and number 44, Connor Brandel.
Hopped Well Drilling Incorporated says, "Go Apaches." Hopped also says, "Do you have water?" Call Hopped Well Drilling at 715-652-2236 for your pump and pressure tank needs. You can also visit Hopped Well Drilling on Facebook and in person just east of Auburndale on County Road P. Thanks to Sierra and the team at Hopped for supporting high school sports. And thanks to all of our Auburndale area sponsors here today for making sure that your broadcast is completely live and completely free. And on the run, free down into the end zone is Mason White Eagle. As White Eagle goes the distance for the touchdown, but hold on. Hold the phone. We've got a penalty flag. We've got a penalty flag on the field. I don't know if this is going to stand. It will not, as an illegal man downfield was called on Auburndale. And hold the phone. This one will come back. That was a penalty flag that most of us didn't see right away, but there it was laying right at the 40-yard line.
Illegal receiver downfield. That's a 5-yard
so
penalty.
Somebody on the offensive line leaked down the field a little bit too far, and that one's going to come back. Score update from Marshfield as Marshfield hosting number 9 ranked Sparta, and Marshfield leads 17-10. That game is just about to start in quarter number 4. We are deep into the fourth quarter here. We've got just about under 9 minutes left to play on the running clock. And on the illegal man downfield, now it's 1st and 15 as the touchdown to White Eagle is erased off the board. Handoff this time to Cottrell Robertson, and he's up ahead for a gain of 5 on the play.
Robertson, the ball carry, brought down by number 70, Bud Schreiner.
Be a 2nd and about 9 here for the Apaches.
Gain of 5 on the play makes it 2nd and 10.
As the ball is across what I believe to be the 45-yard line. Trayton Weber brings his squad up to the line. Weber in the shotgun. Cottrell Robertson to his left. And the handoff does go to Cottrell Robertson. Sidesteps one and then is brought down by about 3 Hawks
Robertson
after that.
Ball carry. Met first by number 72, Jonathan Conrad.
Yeah, he stepped away from Conrad.
Gain of 1 on the play makes it 3rd
and then brought down by about 3 Hawks after that. So 56-0 as the Auburndale Apaches will again return to the playoffs here in 2019. What's left to be found out is where they'll be slotted. I believe they'll be a 4 seed and will host a playoff game next week, Friday, in Auburndale. Cottrell Robertson bursts to speed up the middle, pushes through. He's finally brought down by number 21, Damian Peterson. But Cottrell Robertson with a big run and another first down for the Apaches. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 2:30. And you can watch live on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. We will have our football seed reveal show. Again, that goes from 2:30 to 4. We will talk with many coaches from around Central Wisconsin, including Auburndale head coach Jay Anderson. We'll talk to Coach Anderson, Coach Tubbs from Stratford, Coach Gadel of Marshfield, and many others. We've got about 10 coaches in total. Coach Biolo from Wisconsin Rapids will be on the show, and many others we will talk to and get their thoughts on their seed, get their thoughts on their opponent, and get you geared up for playoff football. Again, our playoff seed reveal show starts tomorrow, Saturday at 2:30, and you can watch that on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. And Jason Zaleski, myself, and Steve Maves will take you through the 2019 football playoff field. Again, talk to close to 10 area football coaches tomorrow. And again, all that begins at 2:30 on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. First and 10 from around the 13-yard line. The run here by Mason White Eagle, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. A gain of about 4, maybe. Well, they're going to give him a gain of about almost 6 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 4 with 5.5 minutes left in the game. Make sure to stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. We will talk to Coach Jay Anderson here tonight. Get his thoughts already on this big win here. We'll also talk to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All that comes up at the conclusion of this one on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Cottrell Robertson slips a tackle, and he's into the end zone for the Apache touchdown.
Touchdown, Apaches.
Dre Waskowitz had arms around Cottrell Robertson, but Robertson blew through the tackle, and he scores with 5:08 here left to play in the game, 62-0 Auburndale. So what an effort here by the Apaches tonight, and again making sure they are putting their stamp on their passport to the playoffs, doing it in style. See if we can check in on some other scores from around the area. It looks like Greenwood and Thorpe still knotted up all at 6.
Snap is fumbled. Point after touchdown is no good.
Point after is no good on the play.
0, Auburndale 62.
And again, Wisconsin Rapids, actually, the Red Raiders just scoring a touchdown. They go up 39-8 over Wausau West with around 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Coach Biolo and his Red Raiders will head to the 2019 playoffs. They will likely, though, not host a playoff game. They will remain in Division I for the 2019 playoffs. Marshfield in that same Valley West will slip down to Division II. I believe Marshfield, in their win today, will get a 2 seed. And again, we'll talk to Coach Gadel on our seed reveal show tomorrow at 2:30. You can watch that on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Wisconsin Rapids probably gets a 6 seed, and they will be on the road to somewhere. We'll find that out. Coach Biolo believes his seed meeting is going to be in Rhinelander tomorrow. So what that tells me is that he may have a game over in the Green Bay area. A nice tackle there by Cottrell Robertson. He brings down Michael Borcher.
Right there by number 16, Terrence Robertson.
But I believe Wisconsin Rapids probably a 6 seed, could even be a 7. We'll see how all that shakes out. But again, they will be slotted in Division I. I believe Marshfield is a 2 seed, and they will have a home game a week from tonight against somebody. Again, all those playoff slottings will be made across the state tomorrow. Some of those meetings taking place at around 10 in the morning, some as late as 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But we'll have all the seeds ready for you by the time we hit the air tomorrow at 2:30. I again believe Auburndale is a 4 seed and will host a playoff game next week. Stratford, of course, is a number 1 seed. And I believe Amherst, if you're following along here on that Division 5 track, Amherst also a top seed, and I believe the way that those brackets will shake out, should chalk be the situation, it'll be an Amherst-Stratford level 4 game, and those two will play for a trip to Camp Randall in about a month's time. But a lot's going to happen between now and then. But that's something to look forward to, and something we will talk to Coach Lusick about tomorrow during that seed reveal show, as we keep dropping coach names here. But all of them are going to be on the show, you better believe it.
Timeout, Hawks.
And we got a timeout here, Rib Lake Prentice. So we'll take a timeout along with them, as we've got 3:28 left to go here in the game.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
All right, again, back here in Prentice, Auburndale 62-0, 3:28 left. It was a Hawks timeout, as they want to talk about things here on the second and long. I was going through my seed predictions for area teams. Colby will get a good seed, as they will be in Division 6 this year. So Colby, even though they've suffered a couple losses, they will. We got whistles here, and we're medical coming out here for somebody. They're running. Okay, they're running all the way across the field here, and they're going to check on one of the Hawks players. So they're going to stop play and let the medical staff run across the field. But Colby probably be a 2 seed in Division 2. Spencer Columbus is a bit of an unknown. I'm not sure where exactly they're going to get slotted, as they will participate in Division 5. I think they probably are a 5, maybe a 6, but they'll be on the road, will the Rockets.
Brought down by number 13.
Edgar will be a number 1 seed, as we think of teams from around the area. Pittsville and Coach Mark Denniston will be on the seed reveal show tomorrow, and we believe the Pittsville Panthers will have a home game next week after seeds are assigned for Pittsville. And again, though, these Apaches will head to the playoffs here in 2019. Again, make sure to stay tuned to the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We'll talk to Coach Jay Anderson and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All that coming up in just a few minutes, as we've got 2.5 left on our running clock. And people in the bleachers across the field from us, we think we've got it bad. They've been staring into this wind all game long. Their faces have to be numb by this point. Holy man, windburn for sure on the way home. They're going to have to find a topical ointment to straighten themselves out for the weekend. But under 2 now to play. It's a 4th and long, and the Hawks will drift back into punt formation. Michael Borchert will punt here for the Hawks into the wind, and he barely just got it over his lineman's head. And this ball is going to settle in at around the 37-yard line, where Auburndale will have to run about 2 plays, maybe 3, before this one here is settled tonight.
Will take it over. 1st and 10, Apaches.
So it's 1st and 10 now for Auburndale, as again all new numbers coming out, or many new numbers on the field here for Auburndale. And if you can keep them straight, you're better at this than I am. A lot of new numbers out there, really, for both squads. And Auburndale going to come out here in victory formation. They're going to kneel it down twice, and we'll bring a conclusion here to the game as quarterback now for the Apaches, Trayton Weber, looking for the back judge to start his countdown. And the back judge begins his countdown now, and the kneel down will happen. And it does there with 40 seconds left here in the game. And that may be the last play. I don't know if they'll need to run another one. It all depends when that back judge decides to start his countdown. And the back judge may not even start a countdown. He may have conceded that this game is over as well. But 20 seconds left. And again, our Nasonville Dairy postgame show will start just a few minutes after the final buzzer here, and the final kneel down taken by Trayton Weber. And that means the Auburndale Apaches will win this one 62-0 and head to the 2019 WIAA playoffs. And a fantastic job here by Auburndale, and making sure that they stamp their ticket to the playoffs. Again, Auburndale spent most of this game in Hawks territory with their starting field position, and oftentimes deep in Hawks territory, and led to multiple scores, and all three facets of the game scored. There was a punt return for a touchdown, a kick return for a touchdown, offensive touchdowns, and one defensive score by the Apaches. So it was a well-rounded effort here for Auburndale tonight. And again, make sure to stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy pregame show. And we're going to take a quick commercial before we begin that, and we will be joined by Auburndale head coach Jay Anderson and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game. All that comes up and more in our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties, and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching, and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Friendly people.
It's like a family.
Real good service.
Service is impeccable.
Staff here is very accommodating and friendly.
Everyone makes you welcome.
I enjoy coming here.
Honestly, everybody who works here is just really friendly.
Service is phenomenal.
Everybody's always smiling.
I don't know what else to say.
I couldn't ask for anything better.
It's in the name. There's just such a simplicity to all of it.
V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Fade to Black window tinting for your car, home, and office. Fade to Black will make your ride different than the rest, with creative, stylish, and quality window film all year round. Fade to Black also helps to reduce glare and keep sun out of areas in your home and office that cause discomfort. Fade to Black provides vinyl wrapping with access to the top brands of wheels, tires, and accessories for your car or truck. Give Wayne a call at 715-660-6482 or visit Fade to Black LLC on Facebook now. Fade to Black window tinting in Marshfield. Zoom out just a tick more, Kobe. There we go. All right, that's good. That's good enough. All right, we're here in our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Coach, you and I talked, I estimated back on around August 19th in your office. We had a chat about the upcoming season. You told me that your goal was to host a playoff game in 2019. I happen to think your win today does that. What are your expectations going into tomorrow's seed meeting?
It's just hard to predict that, I guess, which way we're going to go. There's a lot of teams with some very good records, and I don't know how much they're going to spread them out. And I know that years ago when I was coached, I won't say how many years ago, it was quite a while, but they would spread out some of the teams with the better records, and I'm not sure, but it's just hard to predict that. We sure hope so. 7-2, I think we've played good enough. We had a good enough season. Of course, 2 teams we lost to are outstanding teams, above and beyond your average smaller schools in the state, without question. And we had some nice wins against some bigger schools, and we've won, pretty easily. I think we've done all that we can do, and I talked to our guys about that. Every game that we had an opportunity to win, we did, and we battled against Edgar, and we didn't stop against Stratford. They're just that good, and we sure are hoping that is our goal. I do remember that's been our goal the whole season, and these guys, hopefully we earn that in others' eyes.
What did you tell the guys maybe on the bus ride up here or during the week of practice against a team that hadn't scratched out a conference win yet this year, and just how to stay focused against maybe what you would call a lesser team here, and how to come up with the win?
That has been something the last few years since coming back coaching, to be able to get our guys to just play to their best abilities. Instead of sizing up the opponent, whether they're really good or not so good in their eyes, that isn't important. The important thing is for each person to do their job the best of their ability, and that was really the talk this week again. We just have to work on ourselves. We have to do what our jobs require, and encourage each other individually. Hold yourself responsible and encourage each other, and that's what our talk was.
All right, Coach, I know we're going to talk to you during our seed reveal show tomorrow. We'll call in after your seed meeting. Where is your meeting tomorrow, by the way?
Don't even know yet. It'll depend where we go. My time coaching, we've been to the southwest, we've been to the northwest, and we've been to the northeast. So being essential to the state, you never know where we go. So once we find that out, I think they'll get a quick email on where I'm headed tomorrow.
Coach, we'll talk to you tomorrow during our show tomorrow. We'll bring in our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Cooper Weinfurter. Cooper, nice game today. Last time we talked to you was during basketball season, but here you are doing your thing out here. But what an effort by the team. It really hit in all phases. Offensive touchdown, special teams touchdown, 2 of them. You had 1. And then a defensive touchdown. What wasn't done in this game here today?
I don't know. We played good overall game, and that's what we wanted heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's exactly that. It was a win and get in. So how did you keep your head level? Again, we talked to Coach here a little bit about a team that maybe obviously had some issues here this year. How do you keep your head level and keep things going in a certain way? Because you still got to come out here and perform and win the game.
Well, we're just taking it one game at a time, and Rib Lake Prentice beat us last year, so we did not want that to happen again. Obviously, like you said, it was win and get in, so we needed this game.
Talk about Paul's touchdown. I think he's given us a little wave up here. So we better talk about Paul a little bit. But the scoop and score, about a 25-yarder. What did you see when he was running that one back?
I thought he was a little faster than that, actually, but I got to give him credit. Scoop and score. Jason Wilcox had a very nice block on that, so he said that he owes Jason, he's going to buy him something. I don't know what. He had a meal, drink, or a soda, that is, something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then your punt return, I mean, we could see from up here the wall was set up nice to that near side. Just talk about your confidence in return of that punt.
Our punt return team has been great all year. They're just setting up those walls perfect. And, I mean, all I have to do is catch the ball and run, and easy enough for me.
All right, I'm going to step aside, give you the microphone. We'll put you in the house, okay? So you say your name. I'm in the house. You can say anything else you want with it, too. You can say Auburndale's the best or whatever. I'm Cooper Weinfurter. I'm in the house is good, though, too. Okay? All right, we'll count you down. We're ready, Kobe? We're ready. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Cooper Weinfurter, and I'm in the house. Go Apache football.
There you go. Guys, good luck in the playoffs. Coach, we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here from Prentice, Wisconsin, as Auburndale takes care of the Hawks 62-0. Again, the seed reveal show starts at 2:30 tomorrow. Myself and Steve Maves, we will be live on Facebook. You can watch that at Zaleski Sports. Again, I mentioned we'll talk to Coach Jay Anderson. We'll talk to many other coaches from around Central Wisconsin, Jason Tubbs, Mark Lusick, and many others will join us on our seed reveal show tomorrow as we tell you where the teams will play and who they'll be playing against. Guys, have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon.